So hopefully you've watched the other video. This is going to be going over an assignment, so I'm leaving this up here just to make sure that you have this. If you want to pause the video and write down notes, you can. But again, this is what we're going here with here. Since the exponent here is 1, that's the highest degree. It's the first degree or linear polynomial. If the highest degree is 2, it's a quadratic. If the highest degree is 3, it's a cubic. If the highest degree is 4, it's a quartic. If the highest degree is 5, it's a quintic. Now, the number of terms, if it has 1 term, it's a monomial. By the way, if there's no x, it's just a constant, all right, because the degree is 0, because x to the 0 power is equal to 1, so that's why that is the way it is. Now, monomial has only 1 term. Binomials have 2 terms. Trinomials have 3 terms, and anything higher is just a polynomial of that many terms. So since there's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms there, that means that is a polynomial of 4 terms, okay? So that's how to read and interpret that chart. Now, I'm going to only do the odds, I think, and I'm going to let you guys handle all the rest. So here we go. 4, that means it's going to be a quartic. And since there's only 1 term here, it's a monomial. So on your homework, what you're going to have to do is rewrite the problem and then classify it by degree and number of terms. So then the highest degree here is 3. So it's going to be a cubic. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm also checking to make sure that it's in standard form, which this one's not. So let me go ahead and rewrite it. 2b to the third plus 10b squared minus b minus 3. Once again, standard form means descending order, so it's going from the highest degree, which is 3, and on down. Descending order like descending a staircase. It's getting lower and lower. The degrees are getting lower as we go on. That'll be a cubic, and that'll be a cubic polynomial of 4 terms. Okay? Okay. Now number 5 has a power of 1. That means it's going to be linear, going back to the charts. Linear. A linear, and then this 1 term, so it'll be a monomial. Sorry, am I right? It looks like monomial, but it's monomial. So there we go. So that's 1, 3, and 5. You're going to be doing 2, 4, and 6 on your own, and make sure there's no combining like terms to be done, and there's not. So you should be safe on those. Yeah, you're safe. Next up, there's no x. So it's going to be a constant. And there's only 1 term there, so constant monomial. All right, next up, 3. That means a cubic. And then there's 1, 2 terms there, so cubic binomial. And then here, the highest degree is 1, so it'll be a linear monomial. All right, all good things. Now, there are 3 terms here, so that will turn into a trinomial. Just want to give you a little hint on that one. I haven't talked about that yet, or done an example with that as a solution there. But that is a 2, so it'll be a quadratic. So quadratic trinomial there. Doesn't matter which comes worst, or which word comes first. I would prefer to have that come first, but that's just me. Oh, forgot about number 8. Number 8, let's see here, quintic. I think it's called sextic. I know, sorry, that's a terrible word, but that's the actual name. Number 8 will be a sextic monomial. I don't make up the rules. I just try and follow them. All right, next up, we're simplifying expressions. Once again, I'm only going to do the odds down here. So I'm going to rewrite this. This is a subtraction problem, so we have to worry about that. I'm going to rewrite this as 4 minus 2n to the third. And then I'm going to distribute the negative here. So this will be minus 8n to the third minus 2 minus 7n squared. Okay, first step, distributing the negative because it's a subtraction problem. Then I'm going to collect my like terms and make sure I put them in standard form or descending order. So this will be negative 10n to the third. I have an n squared there, so it'll be minus 7n squared. I don't have an n, So that means I just go ahead and see these, and I'm like, okay, well, 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, now, what we're going to do on these is we're also going to classify them, because we can. This will be a cubic trinomial. So we're going to simplify the expression, and then we're going to classify it by its degree and number of terms. Okay, there's 13. Done. Number 15. It's an addition problem, so just drop the parentheses. 3x to the third plus 7x to the fourth plus 2x to the fourth minus x squared minus 6x to the third. Okay, so highest degree term is going to be these two right here. So it'll be 9x to the fourth. Then I have these two, so that'll give me 3x to the third minus 6x to the third is minus 3x to the third. Then minus x squared. Okay, so now we get to the point where we have to classify it. Now that's a 4, it's the highest degree, so it's going to be a quartic. And then it's got 3 terms, so quartic trinomial. Okay, not terrible. Shouldn't be anyway. Okay. Number 17, another addition problem, so no big deal here. We just drop the parentheses. 2 plus 6n squared plus 3n squared plus n to the third minus 7. Now we're going to combine like terms and look for the biggest degree. We got it right there. So it'd be n to the third coming first. And then I have plus 9n squared. There's no just n term, but now I have 2 minus 7, which is minus 5. Okay, so then n to the third is the highest. That's going to make it cubic. Then it'll be a cubic trinomial. All right, all good things there. Let me do maybe one more example. Should be good. I wonder how many they got. Oh, I got 6 more problems. Holy cow, hang on. So let's get into this a little bit quicker then. It's addition problem, so I'm just going to combine my like terms. I'm going to start with there. So 7v to the fourth. Then I have plus 8v to the third. Nothing to combine there. Then my v squareds. I'd have 7v squared. And then when I talk about my 5 and my minus 8, that'll give me negative 3. So this is a quartic. And a quartic polynomial of 4 terms. Okay, not too terrible there. I'm going to do at least one more subtraction problem. I'll do 22 because that's subtraction. So I'm going to drop the parentheses, and I gotta distribute the negative here. So this will be 7n to the third plus 7n to the fourth plus 5n squared, and then it's going to be minus 8n to the third plus 7n squared, and then minus 2n to the fourth. Make sure you change those signs. Now, there's no other term with that I can combine with the 7n to the fourth, so that one starts. My n to the thirds, I have one here and one there. They combine to make negative 1n to the third. My n, oh shoot. Hang on, let me correct my mistake real quick. Hopefully you weren't copying that down. I made a huge mistake. I have another n to the fourth right here. Didn't check it at the end there. Holy cow. So this would be 5n to the fourth. Sorry if you copied that down. At least I fixed it though. Don't have to go back through and fix that mistake. N to the thirds, that still gives me that negative 1 n to the third. And then I have my n squareds, which will give me plus 12n squared. That makes it a quartic because it's to the fourth power trinomial. Okay. And then last but not least, I'll do another subtraction problem. So let me go to number 24. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite 2n plus 8 minus 3n to the third, and then I distribute the negative sign over here. So this will be minus 4 minus 6n, and then plus 6n to the third. Okay, so now those two are the highest degree terms. They start with the 3n to the third there. Then my n, I don't have an n squared, so I go straight for my n's. So that's going to give me negative 4n. And And then these will give me my plus 4. So this makes it a cubic trinomial. And that's what we have. Thanks for listening. Your job is to do all the problems that I didn't do for homework. Thank you very much.